Alright, I want to take a look at this Super V Power Drain Cleaner. The unit that I have is a number SV-A-WC. Now as you see it here, the drive unit, okay, the drill head, is made by Skill, and it is a model number 81596 type 3. It's 115 volts AC, 2.7 amps, variable speed 0 to 400 RPMs. Now as equipped, it comes with two different wire rope spring sizes. It's got the one in here, which is a 25-foot by 1/4 inch diameter wire rope spring in this cartridge. I never used that. I used the one that's inside the unit, which is a 25-foot by 3/8 inch diameter wire rope spring in a cartridge. And it also comes with multiple cutting heads. And what's nice is it allows you to store everything inside this case, because you can take this cartridge here and store it just ahead, like you see here, because it nestles in here. And then this is the one that I don't use. This has got a solid spring head, 1/4 inch diameter body, and that. I bought this unit in 1992, October 12th, and with tax I paid $284.50. This is strictly used for my home, so when I get done I clean it up. That's why it looks very clean. And I don't want to leave the gook and junk that you get from inside a drain line, so I make sure that I clean it out and clean the whole thing off. Pull the wire rope spring out, hose it off, clean it, let it dry, and put it all back together. Now what I want to do is look at this mechanism that I'm going to take this apart and show you how it's designed, to show you when you are cleaning the pipe, how you can, this is a locking collar that pushes back, locks it, turn the drill on, and you can unlock it, advance, and continue to do that. Lock it, turn the drill on, and when you get to your clog, you know, by pulling this back and locking it, you'll ensure that the wire rope spring doesn't go anywhere. And when I do my lines, drain lines and such, I will go in, do it, and then just go in about every foot just to get any particular materials. And I'll do that when the drains and stuff just start running slow, and then that cleans them all out. So the way this works is this collar you see here is forward. When you pull it back, let me pull this out. When you pull this back and lock it, it cannot advance. When you pull this forward, that allows the wire to advance. You pull it back again, and then that locks it. So pull it forward, you can advance, pull it back, and it locks. And then that's how you would do that throughout the process of cleaning a drain line. Included with this kit were these cutting heads. Okay, and the cutter heads that you get, This one here is a 1 1/4 inch center cutter blade, 2-piece. Then this is the one that I use predominantly, which is the downhead boring gimlet. The next one is a boring gimlet. The next one is a flexible spring arrowhead cutter. And then your arrowhead starting drill. And then this is your bolt with a heavy duty lock washer. You can get these attachments shown here, which I don't have. And here's some information on the wire rope. I'm going to take this thing apart and show you. Inside this housing, this aluminum housing, is where your wire rope spring in the cartridge is stored. And I'm going to show you the mechanism then that holds this wire from advancing when you pull back on this collar. Now we start, there's 3 screws around the perimeter, and you'll take these off. Or all you got to do is unscrew them out just a little bit, like that, all 3 of those, and then this will come apart. Now to take this apart, you do have to remove the cutting head from that wire rope, and this is the one I use. It's the flexible one, and it's got a heavy duty lock washer and bolt. And you want to make sure when you put that on that it's really tight on there, that it's nice and snug so it doesn't come loose when you're cleaning out your pipe. I've never had a problem. So as you can see down in here, if we pull back, you see those claws that came forward? There's released, and there's back, locked, there's forward and released. And I'll take this apart and show you. And those 3 bolts along the perimeter have little clips here, and they just screw into those clips. To take this collar off, we've got to take an Allen head bolt out, and then a slotted. And so here's that front collar, which slips on here, and it's easy to put back on. There's a flat on this that the Allen head bolt goes to, but when you put this in, there's a hole in here that it has to go through, and once it goes through there, that locates it, and there's the flat that the Allen head bolt would jam up against. Alright, so now we have this unit to where we can pull this out, and there you see when this comes down, on top, it takes those two spring-loaded things, pushes them in, and then that's what catches on the spring. See there? There it closed. Now I move it forward. It's open. I pull it back. Really an interesting mechanism. Works great. So by being able to take it apart like I showed you, by pulling this off, it allows you to maintain the head unit here, re-greasing it, changing those clips if need be down the road if you're using it commercially. Again, I don't use it commercially. This thing will last me a million years. Now, these cartridges with the wire spring come off just like that. They sit in there really nice. Okay, let's look at the power end of the unit. This is where your basket sets in. Again, when I'm done, I clean this all out. This doesn't actually get that dirty because the basket's in there. The basket will get dirty. Pull this out, wipe off anything that might be in here, and then I pull all the wire rope spring out and clean it and clean the inside of the cartridge, and then let it dry before I reassemble it. Variable speed trigger, forward, reverse. And this thing has got a lot of torque. Now you want forward and reverse. You always go forward when you're cleaning the drain. But let's say you get a little bit of a jam or something like that and you need to back out of it. But when you're done cleaning, I always go in reverse. And then I'll turn it on, pull the rope in, lock it, turn it on, unlock it, pull the rope in, and I just continue to do that until everything's in. But when you're cleaning the drain, you always keep it going forward. When you do tighten that down, as I said earlier, make sure you snug that down good. Use a slotted screwdriver that fits that head so you get a good strong grip on it, and you'll never have a problem with that coming loose. You certainly don't want that bolt coming out and the head coming off when it's in your pipe, but like I said, I've never had a problem. Okay, I'm going to try to do a demonstration here. I've just set up this 2-inch PVC pipe that you might have as a drain line in your home. I'm using the head that I said I always use, the gimbal one, and we'll see how this goes. So what I always do, when it's unlocked, I'll stick it in there, and I might put a foot or two in there like that. Then I'll clamp it and go back and forth like you see there. Unlock it, then I'll advance it maybe another foot, lock it, then I continually do that until I hear it at a clean out. In my basement I have clean outs at every 20-foot section or every 10-foot section. That way I can you'll hear this where it's at in the pipe, and I can always go to the clean out if I need to do anything there with elbows, so that I can go to any part of the pipe that I want to start at. Now, once I'm done, I would put it in reverse and do the reverse. Unlock it, bring it in, lock it, and then bring it out. So that kind of helps out, I find, in both ways. And this will be dirty, okay? So once it's been in the pipe, you're going to get dirt on here. And that's why at the end of when you're done here, you want to make sure you take the basket apart, and take the cartridge out, clean it, clean the wire, let it dry, and then put it back together. You can always put a light film of oil on it too if you want. So if we've done the whole process like I said, by the time you're done, you'll be out of it like you are here, and hopefully your pipe was cleaned. Now if you do come to a bad clog, then obviously you'll hit resistance. You'll just keep wanting to do it until this cleans out the clog and go forward. Like I said, what I do, sometimes you know how water is and stuff, drains. You get a lot of little sludge that builds up inside the lines, and I want to clear that so that the drains flow quicker. And I've never had a bad clog, but just as powerful as this tool is, I can't imagine it wouldn't take care of it. And while I'm at it, let's take a look at this 1 1/4 line. Works great on those too. Now this unit is supposed to take care of 1 1/4 through 3-inch pipelines. You do get this very nice steel box, all metal latches. Inside is this cradle where the front part of the unit will rest. Now I did look online to see what the current cost is today, and I found on Amazon that you no longer get this steel box. It's some type of a plastic or whatever. Here you see it on Amazon, and I paid $284.50 with tax. So really the price hasn't gone up all that much since 1992. And but you'll see that it comes with this plastic type case now. It does have room for the head like mine did. This doesn't look too bad. Possibly a little more compact. Here on the Amazon site it shows the construction of the steel wire rope. I'm assuming mine's made the same way. Now, I'm not sure if they changed that after all these years. You know how things change. Hopefully it wasn't made cheaper. Like I said, I'm real happy with mine. It's got a lot of torque. And this is the company that makes that unit. And I like to see that it says made in the USA. And here we are on the manufacturer's website.